If you're thinking about buying the Hamilton Beach Power Elite blender, hold on for a second because I've got some surprises that might change your mind. This blender promises powerful performance with 700 watts and those sharp stainless steel ice saber blades. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing in the kitchen. You might expect flawless smoothies and shakes every time, but this blender has some quirks that could leave you shaking your head. But don't worry, stick around because I'll break down everything you need to know before hitting that buy button, including whether this blender really blends up the performance it promises or just leaves you with a chunky mess. Let's get into the real scoop on the Hamilton Beach Power Elite and uncover if it's truly worth your money or better left on the shelf. First off, who is this blender really for? If you're someone diving headfirst into homemade smoothies, protein shakes, or frozen drinks without breaking the bank, it might seem like a perfect match. The 700 watts of power sounds impressive on paper, enough to crush ice and blitz ingredients, and the stainless steel ice saber blades look intimidating enough to conquer even the toughest fruits and veggies. Plus, the patented wave action system is supposed to keep pulling ingredients down into the blades for smoother results. So yes, it's pitched as a versatile, budget-friendly kitchen sidekick for blending, pureeing, chopping, and more. But that's only part of the story, because the truth lurks beneath the surface of this 4.3-star Amazon favorite. Now, diving deeper into the blending performance we promised you, it's important to understand how the Power Elite actually handles what you throw at it. This blender boasts 12 blending functions controlled by just 5 buttons, which sounds convenient, but mixing simplicity with versatility can sometimes backfire. The control panel is easy to use, no doubt, but some users find the preset options less intuitive than they hoped. The truth is, although the blender powers through many tasks, it struggles with consistency. Got frozen berries? Sometimes they come out perfectly crushed, but other times you're left with chunky bits stuck around the jar's edges. Too little liquid and the blender stops midway, or an embarrassing thud signals it's stuck, so you'll have to add more liquid, stir, and restart. It's a bit like a toddler learning to ride a bike, promising, but occasionally throwing a tantrum. Speaking of tantrums, here's an important tip. Never fill the jar beyond 3 cups or 710 ml. Overfilling isn't just a bad idea, it's a blending disaster. Hamilton Beach advises a minimum of 8 ounces liquid per recipe to keep things moving smoothly. Without enough liquid, the blades don't spin properly, and you get that frustrating mixture stuck to the sides. It's like trying to run a marathon on a diet of candy bars. You'll get tired and stop halfway. This blender doesn't tolerate shortcuts well. But wait, the Power Elite redeems itself with its practical features too. The glass jar holding 40 ounces is dishwasher safe. Yes, including the blades, making cleanup less of a chore. And the spouted jar means you're less likely to spill your freshly blended masterpiece. A classic kitchen convenience that's often overlooked but hugely appreciated after a messy smoothie attack. Plus, it's a relatively quiet machine compared to other blenders in this price range, so you won't scare your family awake at dawn when whipping up morning protein shakes. Quiet but not ninja quiet, of course. Here's a good joke for you. Why did the blender break up with the toaster? Because it felt they just couldn't mix well. But seriously, if you're looking for a blender that can multitask like a pro chef, the Power Elite tries hard but may fall short. Pureeing tougher ingredients like kale or fibrous veggies can take a couple of passes and some patience. If you're expecting that silky smooth texture every time, think twice. It's more of a workhorse that gets the job done, eventually, rather than a wizard transforming ingredients instantly. Now, let's talk about durability and long-term performance, because no one enjoys a blender that gives up on you after a few uses. While many users rave about the Power Elite's initial power, some reviews highlight wear and tear after extended use. Occasional motor overheating issues have been reported when blending heavy loads repeatedly. It's like your blender saying, "I'm tired, can we take a break?" So if you're blending multiple batches daily, this machine might not keep up the pace in the long haul. But the fun doesn't stop there. One surprising plus is the nifty hinged pouring cap on the lid, allowing you to add ingredients mid-blend without stopping the machine. Perfect for those mid-smoothie ingredient dumps or last-minute boosts. It's a little feature that's surprisingly handy, turning the Power Elite from just another blender into a slightly smarter kitchen assistant. Want to throw in some protein powder after the initial blend? Easy peasy, without messy lid removal. Rehooking you here. Are you a health nut who can't live without daily protein shakes, or a mom trying to sneak veggies into picky kids' diets? Then this blender's price and features look attractive, right? But caution is due. While it tries to deliver powerful performance and versatility, it requires a bit of user finesse to avoid ending up with chunky surprises or frustrated mix sessions. Another kitchen humor moment. What do you call a blender that never gives up? A smoothie criminal, because it always presses charges. Okay, sorry for the dad joke overload, but the point is, the Power Elite feels like a blender that tries hard but sometimes needs a little encouragement and care. It's not a magic wand, but more like a dependable coworker trying to pitch in. Before you get too discouraged, let's focus on what really makes this blender shine. For the price, around $39.95, you get a decent machine with a solid build, easy controls, and versatile blending modes. It's affordable enough to be a secondary blender for everyday breakfast smoothies or for small household use. The glass jar is a big plus because it doesn't retain odors or stains like plastic jars often do. Plus, it's safer and less prone to scratching. If you're in a hurry and want a quick tip, always ensure you have that minimum cup of liquid and start blending on pulse mode before switching to full speed. This tiny ritual will save you from frustration and extend the life of your blender and your sanity. Consider the Power Elite as a blender that rewards the user who respects its limits and handles it gently. So what about the downsides? Besides the occasional blending hiccup and the limit on jar volume, the motor can get loud if you push it too hard. Not deafening, but not silent either. Also, some users mention the blender isn't the best at chopping nuts finely or making ultra-smooth purees. So if you're looking for a professional-grade blender for complex recipes, this might not be your go-to. It's more of a mid-range workhorse, reliable for everyday blends but not a kitchen MVP for gourmet performance. Another joke to keep us going: why don't blenders ever meet deadlines? Because they always get caught in a jam. But in all seriousness, this blender is forgiving but won't forgive all mistakes. User patience and technique are key. Try to overfill or ignore the liquid requirements, and it's game over. In summary, the Hamilton Beach Power Elite Blender is like that enthusiastic friend who gives you a lot for a little. Sometimes a bit rough around the edges, but genuinely trying to help. It's budget-friendly, fairly powerful, and packs useful features for everyday blending needs. If you're a casual blender user who values easy cleanup, decent power, and versatility without breaking the bank, this is a solid choice with a few quirks to watch for. The take-home message: this blender is for anyone who blends frequently but doesn't demand flawless perfection each time. It works best with proper liquid ratios and moderate blending loads. If you treat it well and listen to its cues, it will reward you with meals and drinks that fuel your day without a massive dent in your wallet. If you want the best deal and to grab the latest price, check out the Amazon link in the description below. Taking that step might be the perfect smoothie upgrade you've been hunting for. Just remember to respect its blending habits, and you'll be whipping up tasty drinks in no time. Thanks for sticking with me through this honest and detailed review. Whether you decide to buy the Hamilton Beach Power Elite or continue your search, I hope this video helped you blend through the noise of kitchen gadgets. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real reviews that save you money and kitchen headaches. And just for laughs before you go, why did the smoothie blush? Because it saw the blender's buttons and lost its cool. Alright, I'll stop now. Happy blending.